No matter where you live, you can grow a garden in a container like we just saw. So let's just go ahead and talk about something else. A new exhibit is about to open at Kentuck. It will be featured at Art Night tomorrow. We're going to give you a little taste of it today on First at 4. Jan Pruitt's here from Kentuck, and she's brought artist Bryce Briscoe along to tell us more. Guys, thank you so much for being with us today.
Oh, we're glad to be here.
So we were just talking about containers. That's why I can confuse myself. And we have containers here.
Beautiful containers
Absolutely.
in this show. Tomorrow night's Art Night, and we're opening 2 shows. Dale Lewis has got interesting wood sculptures in the Clark Building, but this is the work of Bryce Briscoe. Bryce is an artist in residence at the Appalachian Center for Craft. And Bryce, will you tell us a bit about the process of this, because it's a traditional thing that a traditional way of making that has roots in Alabama, right? Or?
That's correct. So this is a storage jar and then a small plate, and they're wheel-thrown stoneware fired in a salt kiln, which is a traditional southern practice, and they're glazed with alkaline glazes, which are native to the South very specifically, and they're made with local clay that I dig in Tennessee, wood ash that's been processed, and ground beer bottles.
So what part do the ground beer bottles play?
They make it runny, so they're the flux in the glaze, where you would normally use a silica or a feldspar. Potters in the South who were economically challenged found that you could just use glass.
So there you
Wow.
are. And whenever you say runny, you mean, are you talking about this part where it looks like it's dripping down?
So this, before it's been fired, this is a liquid suspension of the 3 materials, and so the line where I would have dipped this pot into the liquid glaze would be here, and then as it's firing, from room temperature to about 2,400 degrees, it takes about 10 hours to get that temperature, and the glaze is starting to melt and run.
Wow.
Over the course of that.
See, I would have just thought that was paint. That's actual glass that's been melted down.
That is melted glass, that's
Wow.
correct.
So what about this decoration on the front here?
The-
How's that made?
The decoration on the front, so I try to find similar cultures which maybe didn't have any actual interaction but arrived at very similar conclusions about storage jars. So one of my biggest influences is Thai pottery,
Okay.
which is very strangely, no transmission of knowledge, but strangely very similar to Southern pottery.
Really?
Interesting.
Large storage jars, wood-fired, runny glazes. So this is somewhat of a Thai motif, a very Thai-style knob. Also a bit of Chinese influence. So
So Southeast Asia,
Southeast
thousands
Asia.
and thousands of miles away.
thousands and thousands of years before the Southern
Absolutely,
potters.
a much older
Much older.
civilization,
Wow.
and it's very similar.
Yeah.
And the show is full of beautiful vessels, vases, functional pieces. I guess they're all functional pieces, right?
Correct, about
Cups,
50.
plates.
We could use this, but we probably wouldn't want it.
No, it's all absolutely functional. It's dishwasher, microwave safe, food safe.
I can put this in my dishwasher.
And
You
it's
certainly could.
affordable, I will say.
Really?
So we have our Art Night exhibitions this month really focus on craftsmanship and craftsmanship in traditional ways, and then Dale's wood sculptures, which are very whimsical. They have funny names, and they're beautiful, curvy, sinuous shapes. And so we've got just, as always, a wonderful variety of stuff going on at Kentuck.
Super.
Music by Stages of Succession. Free pizza from the Cobb Oven.
Ah.
So, and the Cobb Oven crew are coming to fire it up tomorrow so that it'll be cooking tomorrow night. And it's rain or shine. We'll move inside if we need to, or we'll be enjoying the courtyard if we can. And the exhibitions are, of course, inside. So.
Super. Guys, we're out of time, but thanks a lot for being with us today. I learned a lot. I learned on television today. It never happens.
It's educational TV.
Absolutely. Art Night is Thursday. We should get a grant now. Art Night is Thursday, May 3rd at the Kentuck Museum. The fun starts at 5 p.m. For more information, call 205-758-1257. Learn more online at kentuck.org.